innovation on the face of it is not necessarily recognizable for the purpose for which it is made. So I'm showing you on screen, I'm only going to take 5 minutes more. I'm just going to show you on screen something, and you know what this product is? I'm sure everybody knows, although there's Pepsi involved here, but I did the liberty of using a Coke bottle. But you know what the Coke bottle is, right? But you think it was invented for this purpose? No. Coke was invented as a medicine for headaches, coughs, and to counter the effects of morphine. The first year, Coke struggled to sell. $76 was spent on advertising and only $50 of revenue was collected. And why I showed you this slide is we will dismiss a lot of innovations when they happen because we will lose patience. They will not be commercialized. We will lose their importance. Their purpose may be different. What do we need to do at the university level? We need an ideas bank. It's not necessary that things have to click there. We should not be discouraging students from innovating, saying that no, we only want big ticket innovations and not what you have done. We might think that the utility of a product is a particular thing, and somebody else who comes and buys the product later or monetizes it, or a corporate or something finds another utility for it. Innovation needs protection. I will skip this video for paucity of time. This is essentially a talk from somebody in Harvard. It was just about 20 odd seconds. But anyway, the gentleman from Harvard makes the point that if you don't end up protecting innovation, you don't end up monetizing it. So a lot of innovation is lost at the university level because it's not protected. And protection, in a very quick summary, would mean patents, it would mean copyright, it would mean confidential information, it would mean trade secrets and the likes. Now, I will show you how innovation can be fun. So you take a boring task. Suppose I call everybody in the room and say, let's go and climb stairs. How many people will volunteer to do that? Hardly anybody. But what if you make innovation fun? So this is a very short video of about 20 seconds. There was a more than 60% offtake of people who started going up the staircase rather than take the easier option because of a very simple innovation. Now, coming to the last part of my slide, which is again about a minute and a half odd. I would ask somebody in a typical college or a university that what would you think is a worthy innovation? And if I run a survey in the room with the kind of sophisticated people that you are, I would assume the answers would range as follows: nanotechnology, robotics, artificial intelligence, cloud, net securities, biosimilars, business models, and we'll have lots of white papers, etc. written on this, right? Isn't that true? So effectively, if a student comes up to me with an innovation which is not so big or big-ticketed in my mind, I would be very, I would probably say, I don't want to participate on this, it's not worthy, why don't you go and discuss it with the community of students? The student will find only utility, and we'll end up only having jugaad innovation, which is utility-based. Now let me show you examples of some innovations and how trivial they may seem to you when I show them to you. And then in the same slides, I'll show you the kind of monetary value they got just because they got the correct path. Just imagine that this device called Doggles, and it collected millions of dollars with people buying it for their pets. The Snuggie, and you can see there, 20 million Snuggies were sold. It was just an apparatus to keep somebody warm. Like yesterday, we were talking in context of, a shirt that could be used as a blanket and it would address people. This is the magic ball. In fact, I have one. Not only do I have one, Warren Buffett sells it at the annual meeting of Berkshire Hathaway. You can ask this ball a question. If I ask them, how many quarters will this demonetization problem take? It's just conked off. This is called the Koosh ball. It's just a ball, a sort of a swiggly ball that was invented. And Hasbro, which is one of the largest companies in the field, bought it for more than 100. The product was sold for more than 100 billion. Just imagine if somebody, a student, had walked up and said, I've come up with this ball, how inconsequential we would have thought the invention is. The plastic bone invention sold at the rate of 3.99 and ended again making millions of dollars. This is a singing fish. Would you even think of buying it? And just see there, they earned millions only in the year 2000. People put it up on the wall and they would make it feel happy, etc. Look at this, bob teeth. And the fourth line talks about yielded millions and millions of dollars. The Furby toy sold at 40, but crossed a 100 mark because of demand. $40 became $100. And that is the Tamagotchi egg, which you had to look after him and you had to sort of ensure that he didn't die, etc. It became a big rage starting from Japan and all over the world. 70 million were sold. Pet rock. Imagine just a rock. 56 millions was the sales till date. This is just to give you an example of where innovation can come from, any pocket. So now my last question, this is my last slide, and I just finished in less than 1 minute now. Please guess what is the mother of all inventions? Necessity. No, any guesses? Because we think big ticket inventions are most important, vaccination, the survival of mankind. The biggest invention of, the mother of all inventions was, it's a fact. I thought I'll have to bring it to, because many people will not take it seriously. It is ranked as the biggest invention of all kind, above vaccinations, that would save human lives. In fact, you could see from the presentation that was made earlier and were made yesterday also, how this invention has become big. So that concludes my presentation with just one last parting slide for you. That's Satya. So this invention, in a positive way, I dedicate as the mother of all inventions. Don't go by the look of what is there, but the mother of all inventions has been created yesterday. It's called the Melting Pot 2020.